Hello, River Landing. When I was little, I was visiting my grandma, and we were talking about my grandfather, who had recently died. At some point, being a good Baptist boy, I asked her if I would see Grandpa again after I died. She smiled and said, "Not if you're a good boy." Some of our faith traditions really knew how to use the levers of fear and guilt, which brings me to the Paralympics and why I'm going to be really careful not to lay out any guilt. Guilt has never made someone love or change or become the person God intended. Since having a child with disabilities, I have been more curious about the ways our culture deals with those who are cognitively or physically different. In the Paralympics, you have athletes who have significant physical challenges. Missing limbs is the most common. You also have competitors who have cognitive limitations, which affect their ability to get the most from their physical abilities. In Special Olympics, athletes compete in sections based on their performances leading up to the national or international games. This means that they're competing against athletes that have similar limitations and capacities. Not so with Paralympics. The USA has only one wheelchair basketball team. They have only one swimming team, and so on. And these athletes compete against the best from around the world, regardless of the nature or extent of their disability. And they leave nothing on the court or in the pool. Yet not nearly as many Americans watch the Paralympic Games, nor does our nation lead the world in medals as we do in the Olympics. This is not true in other countries, and I wonder why. I think we know Paralympians train and sacrifice at least as much as their Olympic counterparts. One could also imagine that their efforts take even more heart and commitment. And yet, as a country, we don't seem to be as inspired by these athletes who are overcoming incredible challenges. Is it that we are only thrilled by maximum speed, or height, or distance? Or do their disabilities make us uncomfortable? I know I'm not objective, but I wonder if their devotion in the face of huge obstacles is a judgment about our complaints over inconveniences. A long line at the store, a long wait at the restaurant. Maybe we don't like to face our limitations, so we don't want to see anyone else doing it so well. Just a few more days to watch and see if instead of guilt, you might find inspiration. The only obstacle is tuning in to see. Be inspired, my friends.